Who's a better Jagan between Tower and Desmond? Tower. Tower. Tower is fucking incredible. What's your rating of this game so far? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Is Tower a bit too good at sex? Actually, I don't know. Does the church that Tower used to be a part of have like a chastity vow? I mean, it can't. He's got a son. So we know canonically Tower has had sex. And Tower's son is the reason why he ended up having to like betray the church. So by that sense, he is a bit too good at sex. I used Desmond all the way through endgame, and it's incredible how long that guy can live just off his bases. His bases are really good. I mean, I used him in 0%, right? For a long time. Cerulean Crescent just doesn't appeal to me. That's fair. One of the things I say in my review is that it's not going to be for everyone. There's definitely going to be people who don't like it, but the people who like it are going to love it. And I am thankfully one of the people who loves it. Because it's very much like... It does kind of go skill bonanza. And I know, you know, people will say like, oh, it's not actually that skill bonanza because like... There's Lex Talionis games that go even more skill bonanza, right? But I think compared to like vanilla Fire Emblem, it's sort of on the same page as like Engage, right? Where there's a lot going on. The Emblem rings in Engage, I mean, right? Where like, you just have a freaking fuck ton of tools. Player phases take like 8 million years / pause. And that's just not going to appeal to everyone, right? But it appeals to me. The enemies don't have skills other than Rosetta. I mean, sure, but your units have like 8 bajillion skills. I think that's generally the best way to handle a skill bonanza. Is focus on player unit skills rather than enemy unit skills. As much as I like Conquest, doing difficulty through skills, it does get like a bit much. And without the DS's bottom screen, it's harder to check enemy skills too, which can be a problem. I like enemies having skills. I mean, Act 3 of CC, enemies have skills, right? CC enemies are fairly high quality to compensate for skills. Yeah, I like that approach. I like that approach. That's the hacks that I like the most tend to have that approach, right? CC, TMGC, not really skills, but the personal weapons in Four Kings. I think the same principle where like you get bonkers personal weapons in Four Kings, but the enemies have bonkers stats to sort of compensate for that. But yeah, I see, okay, so, for example, if a subset of mages called Court Mages, every single one of them had lunge always for 4 maps, that would be fine. That's the approach 3 Houses does, and I think if you're going to do enemy skills, I prefer that approach. Again, as much as I like Conquest, I do think that I prefer when the skills are tied to specific enemy. Engage does that too in Maddening, where there's the Maddening exclusive skills, and there's class by class. It makes it easier to read at a glance instead of having to check, okay, this one has even-handed, okay, this one has odd-handed, this one has lunge, okay, what does this one have again? Oh, that's even-handed, and you go back and forth, like, checking them all. It just gets to be a lot, I think. Especially now that we've moved off of the DS. Because the thing is, on the 3DS, that's manageable because the 2 screens make it very easy to check skills at a glance. Even though Engage's UI, like, it does its best, I think it is still a little obnoxious to check skills. I hate how homogenous the enemies in 3 Houses are. It does definitely limit the variety to do skills that way. Uh-oh. Okay, good. He's a dodge tank. It does definitely limit the variety. I'll give you that. But I think the sort of the ease of use makes up for it. Hoplondy's nuts. Like, I like just knowing. Oh, that's an archer. Archers have poison strike, right? Oh, that's a in Engage. The Martial Master. They have self-destruct, right? Like knowing that and being able to plan around it instead of having to like form, okay, this guy's got this guy's got that, da 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 da. Like once you know, okay, these guys have pass, you know, thieves have pass, that sort of stuff, like that's just good, right? Every enemy of the same class has the same weapons. I like when a formation does that, so you can sort of know the stats you're gonna have to face against. This low percentage crit from the crossbow is making me sweat bullets. Like, someone's gonna get 8% crit and die. Chat, how do I feel about enemies with low percent crit? I'm always terrified of them. So at least we did just get the Hoplon Guard, so we have an anti-crit tool now, which I think is sort of what makes, like, it more forgivable. God, these loyalists are getting massacred. I don't know how I'm supposed to save them. Anything with crits makes me sad, because those odds are not practical to plan around. Yeah. Jagan 1% crit moment. The Jagan 1% crit moment. Excelblem archetype.